Once you've created and shared your Google form with your students, what happens? We're going to look in my Google Drive right here, and I'm going to choose to look in my Econ Spring 2014 semester, and you can see that in that folder I have a few different forms. As the creator of the form, it is going to appear in two different versions in my Drive. The first version is the form that I created and edited, and you can see it's a really simple form. I asked the students for their last name, first name, and website URL. If we go back to the Drive, the second form is the actual spreadsheet where all the responses were recorded. So if we open up that, you can see that all 28 of my students, once they submitted their information, that information was all compiled in one spreadsheet, which hands down is the number one reason why I love Google Forms, is that it's so organized and it's a great data collection piece. When I first had my students create their e-portfolios a few years ago, I thought I was going to have to receive individual emails from every student with the URL to their website. And then when I found Google Forms, I absolutely fell in love because I can collect all the websites from all of my students in one nice spreadsheet. And what's nice about the spreadsheets is you have the ability to organize and sort the information that works best for you. So for example, I always like to alphabetize the form by last name just for grading purposes. But if I wanted to sort by first name, if I wanted to sort by timestamp, I have those options. To use Google Form to collect website URLs, it's really fantastic because in column D, if I want to look at Brooke's website, it actually allows me to open up and view her website in another tab. And so if I was grading her chapter 1 assignment, I would look at her work, she has her picture inserted, done grading, close it, and now I'm back to that same spreadsheet. So in terms of a way for teachers, coaches, club moderators, administration to collect information from many people, I highly, highly recommend Google Forms. I also want to show a real example of how a form can collect information that is longer than a sentence or just a URL website. So if we're looking in my Drive at my Shark Tank extra credit folders, you can see for every form that I created, there is a corresponding spreadsheet with the students' responses. So if we look at the Shark Tank assignment from January 17th, you can see that there are many, many more columns in this spreadsheet and all the way to column Y actually. And students had the ability to answer with a single word or a couple words or multiple sentences. A quick, just I guess, tip that I wanted to share is often the user ability of looking at the form and reading the responses from this view isn't super user friendly. So what I typically do is I will go to view, and right now we're in the normal viewing window. I choose list, and it opens it in a much more user-friendly window that allows you to use your two fingers to scroll on your mouse, and it's a lot easier to see the students' responses. This was an extra credit assignment where the students could watch a Friday night's Shark Tank episode and then answer questions that I had typed into a form. And you can see the 4 or 5 students who completed the information. They all did this separately at some point during the weekend, and then all of their answers were submitted to the same form. And so I just, again, wanted to show you what it looks like when there's more information in the spreadsheet, and just, again, another way to use Google Forms to collect information from students.